Right. Anyway, next up, biggest to smallest clubs, baby. Here we go. Kiss.
We're going to rank every Premier League team from biggest to smallest.
Smallest to biggest.
Correct. How did I get that wrong?
We're going to go smallest to biggest.
You've got to take in loads of things here. How big the club is globally, which I think's been a big part, certainly towards the top end for me, to separate the teams.
Attendance is what you've won.
Success, yeah.
Really, it's a lot of nothing conversation, isn't it, really, if we're being serious, because who cares?
Oh, it means nothing, yeah. Just click off
You know
now.
what I mean? Like, yeah.
Just
Thanks for
block
watching,
us, to be honest.
Yeah, like Brentford are in Premier League, up in dizzy heights are like top half. Don't mean the bigger than teams below. Do you know what I mean? Who cares? It's just...
No, but recent success is an interesting one, because how much does it mean? Man City have won, what, 10 leagues? 10?
They won a couple before Prem.
Yeah, but most of them come in, like, in the last 10
You
years.
can't ignore history is history at the end of the day.
But how far up the top 6 does that get them in terms of big?
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get there. But 20th, you've got 3 down at bottom. You've got 3 very obvious ones.
Obviously, yeah.
Brighton, Burnley. No, not Burnley. Brighton, Bournemouth and Brentford.
Yeah, I've gone that order. Brentford, Bournemouth, Brighton.
You've gone Brentford bottom, then Bournemouth, then Brighton.
Brentford bottom, yeah. They've done nothing.
Then either Bournemouth. Brighton at biggest at 3. Brighton at biggest are a bad bunch. But
Oh, yeah,
Bournemouth
definitely.
or Brentford is tough. I think I'd say Bournemouth last.
But why? What would be your reason for that?
I just think, like, before, again, taking out, like, the recency of it, I think Brentford, I would assume their league position is a lot higher than what Bournemouth's is throughout history. Brentford have always struck me as, like, a decent League One side, and I would look at Bournemouth prior to Premier League and think they're like a League Two side.
Right.
Just off that, because neither of them have won anything, neither of them probably ever will, because they get to, like, quarters or something and then put a second stream out so they can focus on league. But yeah, I would go Bournemouth last. Okay. But I'm happy with yours if you want to do that.
I mean, it's hardly a talking point, is it? They're both crap. In relation to the rest, I should say.
Bournemouth, then Brentford, and then Brighton. Yeah?
Bournemouth, okay, that's fine.
Brighton had at least a little bit of something about them before Tony Bloom took over and spent loads of brass.
Yeah, but again, in terms of recency, how much does that Europe... By the way, it doesn't get them higher than where they are. I don't think they're higher than
Brighton.
Fulham. But obviously, Brighton made Europe, which the other two haven't. That's the obvious thing that puts them ahead, among other things.
No, they've got
of
a
course.
miles bigger fan base.
Again, it's among other things, of course.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take them for me above Fulham. Just being in just so much that.
No way.
Nowhere near, in my opinion.
Fulham are small.
Next. I've got Fulham next.
Let me just have a quick scan. Yeah, I agree. Fulham next, 4th bottom. They've never won anything. They've had a couple Europe spells, though,
yes.
but they've done all right.
Yeah.
And they spent a lot of time at Prem. As much as that's like being a London club and brass that's involved, who cares? But yeah, Fulham 4th bottom. I agree.
But I do think Brighton could be above Fulham, definitely. Do you?
No. I think that bottom 3 picks it's 10.
With the way Brighton have run, though? How many more times do they have to finish in top 9 or 8 to be, certainly top 8?
Like 10, probably.
10 more times?
Yeah, but it's like Fulham have been in Premier League in and out of it loads of different times. They've been in all top division loads of different times. Brighton have never done anything ever until a Brighton fan worth hundreds of millions chucked loads of brass at them.
But this is my point. How much does that recent success quantify for in relation to it all?
The exact same amount as the years in 20 or 1920s that are counted. A good spell of years does not mean more now than it did 100 years ago. Yeah, I don't think.
Okay, then so why Man City like 5th in this list?
Because they've won more than everybody else on there.
But you just said that recent success doesn't...
Their total trophies and total everything is still more.
But it's come recently.
Across history. It's still there.
But the
trophies is a different conversation.
But the majority... Is it though?
I think so. I think trophies is different. Obviously, like attendances and league position specifically has got to count across a full span rather than the last 10 years when there's loads of money down south.
Right.
Personally, I would say.
I agree. I agree.
Like, I would not have Brighton above Bradford, for example, as a club. Not even close. And Bradford hadn't touched Prem in years.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say, I'm asking the question, what do Brighton need to do to be ahead of Fulham, to be ahead of Bradford in your rankings?
Win summit.
Could that be anything?
I think so.
Any trophy?
Yeah, because you've got loads of sides in Championship, you've got loads of sides in League One that are bigger than Brighton and all these, obviously everything below them, and bigger than Fulham and all, that have won things. Even if it were won literally 120 years ago, they still won one more thing than Brighton ever have. So I just think you've got to count it, even though it were pre-war for some of these teams. If you won a trophy, you've won a trophy, and Brighton haven't. I think they've probably got to get at least close to winning something to be taken a bit more seriously.
But as I say, if any team is going to go up the rankings from the bottom 3, I think it could be Brighton more so than Bournemouth or
Brighton. Plus they've got the fan base behind them now. They're one team city. Like they've got a huge catchment area. You think they should be tapping into that a bit more. I don't think they'll ever come down, really. while ever Bloom's on.
I agree with
I
that.
don't think they'll ever come now.
Fantastically managed.
But I think same for Brentford. I can't see Brentford ever getting relegated while their owners are there. It's so good.
I mean, even this season, they lose all their best assets and they look better. They're actually better in the table.
They're just mint. Everything good about Brentford starts with rich bloke at top.
Yep.
They're really well run. But yeah, Fulham fourth bottom. Now this way it gets hard.
Do you agree with that or not?
Yeah,
Fulham?
I agree. I agree with Fulham fourth
Oldest team in... Oldest London club? Pretty sure.
bottom. Fulham?
Fulham? I think so.
I don't know. I'd have thought QPR would have been up
Isn't
there.
there a thing on the stand in the ground? It's like oldest...
Maybe. They're quite central,
Might
aren't
be
they?
wrong. Fact check me, guys.
Yeah, I don't know though. Next, the clump of teams next is quite tough. You've got like Burnley in this. Palace are close. Palace will be next, I think. Burnley and Palace. Burnley bigger than Palace.
Well, I've gone Burnley next. But you know more than me. I've actually gone Burnley Palace.
I think Palace won the first ever trophy 6 months ago.
Yeah.
The first ever trophy. I think Burnley have got a couple.
Won an FA Cup.
Burnley have won an FA Cup.
Yeah.
Is that? They've only got one.
I think so. I'm pretty sure they've won the league though. Burnley like twice.
What champ?
The top division. Burnley.
Burnley have won the top division.
Back in day, no. Back in day.
I don't know, but maybe
In
they have.
1900s or something. I think so.
I
Like
don't
Wolves
know.
won it back
Yeah,
yonks ago, and
Wolves are
Sunderland
huge.
won it
Wolves are
yonks
a
ago.
lot bigger than these sides.
No, but you've got to count. I'm pretty sure Burnley have won. Let me Google it.
If they won top div,
I think they did like a couple times. No,
I think they've got a couple FA Cups. I think, or maybe a Mickey Mouse. I think they've got 2 trophies. Plus, like throughout history, again, I think their average position would be a bit higher than Palace's. And Palace have won 1 trophy ever. So, you know what I mean? It's tough. But I
Burnley
would...
1920.
So they've won the top division. Well,
swear
Burnley
they've
are
won it
obviously bigger than Palace then. Obviously. Palace coming next.
Okay.
They've got to.
Okay.
So 5th bottom, Palace. And then...
We are going back a bit here. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, but you've got to. I mean, football didn't
And they
start
won it in
92,
1959.
buddy. They won it twice.
Twice, yeah. What's
Go on, Burnley.
Good memory, George.
Go on, Burnley. So they still don't get off 6th bottom, though. So Palace 5th bottom, then Burnley. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now this is this is where it gets hard now.
So I had Palace above Burnley. I think that's more of a recent thing.
Yeah.
Which has swayed me there. I'm fine with your list. I'm fine with Burnley above them for that reason.
Yeah, I'm just saying they've won 2
Yeah.
titles, man. That's a different combo altogether.
They
This
must
is
be
where
like,
it gets
quick on
hard.
Burnley. They must be like one of the smallest towns to do what they've done. To win 2 titles.
Yeah,
In relation to the rest.
Preston years ago, Huddersfield won 3 in a row in like 1920s or something ridiculous.
Right.
That's when it was proper football, you know what I mean, up north and all that. Sorry.
You done?
So we need to get rid of some of these teams. The top 6 aren't going to be in this for a while. Plus Villa, plus Newcastle, plus Sunderland, plus Everton aren't really going to be in this conversation next.
Mm-hmm.
So who does that leave then? That leaves...
Well, there's next clump of West Ham, Sunderland, Wolves, Forest.
Leeds. Oh, this is where it gets tough now. So Wolves, West Ham... the Leeds got a bit... I think Leeds are in this conversation. Wolves, West Ham, Forest, Leeds... Sunderland,
definitely.
You want to include them 5?
Yeah, I've not got Leeds until a bit further on.
But they've only had one
next,
good
I'll say what
spell
I've got
ever.
next. I've got Wolves next. Again, won the league multiple times.
Their honours board's massive.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's tough because it's like who do you put in front of them? Do you know what I mean? I think historically they're probably bigger than West Ham are.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think
Well,
West
that's what I've gone
Ham-
on. I mean, they've won a European trophy,
Exactly,
West Ham, so how much does that count
that's-
for? FA Cup multiple times.
I'd love to know. We should have like a list in front of us, but I quite like going in blind. I would like to know the honours list who's got more major trophies out of West Ham and Wolves.
Must be Wolves.
I feel like Wolves will have. But do you think West Ham then for fan base now plus winning a European trophy?
I've gone West Ham just, one ahead.
So you go Wolves next?
Wolves, then West Ham. Well, Wolves are massive in was it the 50s? Wolves? Like, how
I think Wolves have had a few different spells where they've been a very good team. Through different points in history. Maybe in 80s or something they were alright. I can't remember. It's somewhat ridiculous. So they've had a few different very good sides. I can't remember who were good in 60s. But then obviously you're putting Leeds higher up because of one spell in 70s. Well, maybe they were half decent in 90s as well.
That's true. Yeah, but I think the size of Leeds as a club in the city, like, I think that counts for something. Maybe I change my list then. Maybe I put Wolves above West Ham. Because I think they've both won the FA Cup multiple times.
So you want to go Wolves over West Ham?
I might change my list to that, yeah.
I'm happy with either because
my instinct is West Ham are a bigger club than Wolves, though. But But if you go back
Is
through all
it?
the lists,
See, I don't like Wolves, to be fair, but my instinct is that Wolves are bigger than West Ham.
they are the next
just
two.
looking
We
at
can
it.
agree on that, though. And there's not much
Yeah,
between them, I
because
would say.
Forest have got multiple champions, like
two of them,
European
yeah.
Cups. Leeds got robbed in one, didn't they, to be fair? Leeds are bigger than both of these. Oh, it's tough, though, because you look at someone like Wolves and West Ham and think, are they now, really? Are they next teams on here? But there's that many big ones, isn't there, that have got to come in. That's still ranking them as like a top 15 club in country,
Yeah.
which they are, to be fair, both of them. So who do you have next, then?
Which order have you gone for? Wolves, West Ham?
I've gone West Ham, Wolves, but I can swap it around if you want. I've gone with your original idea that Wolves are in front of West Ham. I think I agree
Do
with
you?
that. Yeah, I think I
Okay.
go West Ham then Wolves.
Wolves have won more trophies, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, I think they have as well. Who's next then?
Okay, next.
Next convo, Everton aren't in this yet.
So my next three, I won't say the order. I've gone for.
Forest, Leeds, Wolves. Forest, Leeds, Sunderland.
I've had
even.
Newcastle in there.
You think Sunderland are bigger than Newcastle?
No, I've had Newcastle in no order. I'm trying to make you guess here. Sunderland, Newcastle, and Forest are my next
So
three.
even Leeds over Newcastle.
My thing with Leeds is obviously we're from like round here, and everyone is a Leeds fan. Within
But
like
not one of them goes to games. It's one of them.
Yeah, but at the same time, you probably can't get tickets. Like Leeds
But
must.
that again, going like you're talking on recency there, where since they've been doing well, yeah. But like 10, 15 years ago, I remember going to Leeds and it were half empty. You know what I mean? It's not always been that. And every team would do the same, so it's not like it's not just personal against Leeds. I don't like them, but it's not personal against them. But when they were crap like everybody else, they're not some magic fan base that just kept going all the time. They stopped going.
Right, but Leeds' success goes back way further than our lifetime.
Yeah, it does. It was 70s.
I mean, European semi-finals, Leeds. Like,
I know. Well, West
the
Ham have
fan
won a
base
thing.
as well. I think if you're ranking fan bases, Leeds would be right up there in terms of away support, travelling support.
Yeah, I agree.
Rivalries, like with Man United, that's
Yeah.
one of the biggest in the country, as well as all the local ones as well. One team City. I'd have Leeds higher. I mean, we're not on to Leeds yet. We've got 3 teams to come.
Fan
but
base, the near top.
I would come on to Leeds in a minute. I would. I'd have Sunderland certainly under them.
Newcastle are bigger than Leeds. Like by some margin, I think.
Right, so we'll come on to the first two are Sunderland and Forest. I've got thoughts.
Well, this ain't gonna go down well.
Well, go on.
This really gonna go down well. I think I would imagine again that Sunderland have got more honours than Forest have. Sunderland have definitely got a bigger fan base by like a mile.
Yeah,
But Forest have got 2 European trophies.
yeah, but that's
Two big years.
But that success came in like what was it, 60 odd? It came in between two.
No, with Cloughy, I think. Were it?
Sorry, yeah, it came in between 3 years. Like that massive success.
But then you're looking at like Leeds.
so
Leeds'
concentrated.
only successful spells have been its 70s and very early 90s, and that's all they've done ever. So it's like we can look at that for loads of different teams. Some of these huge clubs have had very, very successful little periods and then done naught else.
So
Really,
what are you arguing for?
I think Leeds coming sooner than you.
Well, who's after West Ham? I've gone Sunderland. They won the league loads of times. I think they've got to be up there.
Yeah, I'd go Sunderland next. Oh God, that ain't gonna be
It
that well.
it doesn't seem right, does it? But I think it is when it all plays out.
Yeah, Sunderland next.
And by the way, Sunderland have won the
Then
league.
I would go Leeds.
Right, so I've gone Forest next.
But see, my point would be again, I think Leeds have probably got more honours than Sunderland. Leeds have only won 1 FA Cup though.
Sunderland won the league like 5 times.
Leeds have got a couple titles. Their honours board I don't think is actually that big. But again, fan base, you're probably looking at like a top 7 fan base in country there in
maybe
Leeds.
higher, yeah.
I think maybe. To be fair, I genuinely think Leeds have got more fans than like Tottenham have.
Globally, do you reckon globally?
Leeds are everywhere, and it's annoying. But they're absolutely everywhere because again, like as dads, like our dad's generation grew up watching either Liverpool or Leeds win everything. So for the same reason that a lot of our people our age support Man United, they all support Liverpool and Leeds.
That's why Leeds are so high on my list, because it's massive what they've done previously.
But Forest have got 2 big ears, man. Forest are bigger than Leeds.
Where have I got them here? I've gone Sunderland, Forest.
You cannot put Newcastle bigger than Leeds. I mean, you can't put Leeds bigger than Newcastle.
Yeah, but you're just saying this because you're a Barnsley fan, you hate Leeds.
No, Newcastle are much bigger than Leeds are. Surely, to me anyway.
I think they are the next two, though, in my opinion. And again, trophies. Do you think trophies means everything here? Because Newcastle have won more trophies than Leeds.
At a certain point, yeah.
But I just think the size of the club,
Size of which
like,
one?
both of them, Leeds and Newcastle, instinctively, I'm thinking Leeds are a better team for all the reasons I said before.
They're both one-team cities, so like fan base and all that. I think Leeds are bigger than Newcastle, fan base-wise. But if Newcastle have won more trophies and have been more consistently like higher up in division than I probably think they are. Again, going off like last 30 odd year, I will go Newcastle bigger than Leeds, and I think Forest are arguably bigger than both.
Newcastle bigger than Forest?
No, I think Forest
are bigger than Newcastle. I've had Newcastle bigger
it's
than
just
Forest.
because of the
Forest won the league once.
I'll make you.
Newcastle
They've
won the
got
league
two big
4
years.
times.
They've got big years.
Yeah, but again, it came in such a concentrated period of time.
Right, so
Newcastle have had
these
a
three-
longer and broader history.
So the next three then are Newcastle, Everton, and Leeds. No, Newcastle, Leeds. Where am I?
Have you done Forest?
Newcastle, yeah. Newcastle, Leeds, and Forest at next three.
After Sunderland?
Yeah, so where do them? We need to rank them three.
On my list, I had Forest, Newcastle, Leeds.
I'll make you a deal. I'll go Forest, Leeds, Newcastle. But we'll meet in middle. So put Forest last.
But you were just...
Well, last. It's still like 10th. Forest, then Leeds, then Newcastle.
You were just arguing that Forest are bigger than Newcastle then, and now you've got them 2 places above each other.
Yeah, but I feel like fan base for Newcastle is carrying me there, and I think they've won most, actually, in terms of total trophies out of all three of them. I imagine that's how it goes in terms of honours. I think Newcastle have got the most, then Leeds and Forest.
Yeah.
Leeds have got the biggest fan base, but Forest have got the best of the trophies.
And Forest had the best peak, I would say.
Them all Leeds.
Oh, it's
For peak.
Forest. Must be.
Yeah,
2 European trophies.
Yeah, true. Right, so Forest, then Leeds, then Newcastle is locked. Right,
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Oh, God, where do we go now?
I do think Leeds are a bigger club than Newcastle. And I think you're maybe saying that because of you hate them. And there's a little smirk on your face coming here.
No, I don't hate Leeds.
What?
I'm
Who
so
made that up?
objective.
What?
Yeah, what the hell? I'm very unbiased. So the next conversation then is Everton. Where are we? Like position on there? Keep talking a minute.
Oh, I've forgotten Villa on my list. Oh, hell.
So we're now on to top 8.
I've forgotten Villa on my list. Sorry.
That's fine. We can make it up as we're going along.
Right,
We've got
okay.
top 8. So it's the big 6, Villa and Everton. Is the next conversation.
Right, well, on my list, I'm interested to know where you've got the next 2 teams.
I've got Everton next in 8th.
I think Everton are bigger than Spurs. Everton have won the league like 9 times. Everton have won the league like 9 times. I forgot Villa in this, by the way.
You click farming.
Everton have won the league like 9 times, dominated a large part of English football. Tottenham have won the league like twice. They've won the League Cup a few times. Everton have been in the Premier League, the top flight, like more than anyone else, I believe. Over 120 odd seasons in the top flight, Everton. I don't get what you want me to say. What do you want me to say? They must have won the league like the 4th most. Man City, they must have won the league 4th most.
I don't know.
120 odd seasons in the top division.
Founding. But then you've got Tottenham as the 8th biggest club in country.
No, Villa. Where are Villa on this?
Villa. You can't have
not put
Everton in
Villa in
front
my
of Villa.
list. No.
My order now is Everton in 8th, then Tottenham, then Villa. So I've got Tottenham outside it. I'm swapping your position there. So you've gone Tottenham
aren't bigger than
8th.
Everton. Tottenham aren't bigger than Everton.
Oh mate, I can't get on
aren't
board
bigger
with
than
that. I'm
Everton.
sorry, I cannot get on board with that one. I really can't.
Domination though, like Dixie Dean, man. He's got like 40. Dixie Dean scored.
Tommy
he scored
Shelby.
60 goals in 40 games.
Tommy Shelby were fixing games when Dixie Dean were
You've
playing.
watched Peaky Blinders once, and you know a name of a character.
Oh.
Dixie Dean scored 60 goals in 40 games. They'll never be beaten. They're dominated from back to front. They won the league 9 times.
Everton are bigger than Tottenham.
They must have won the FA Cup like 5 times.
Everton are bigger
4
than Tottenham.
times.
Everton are bigger than Tottenham.
Oh, I think they are. I really do.
I'm going to take a grip of this and put it where it belongs, right? We're going to put Everton in now. Right,
man.
we're going to put Everton in now, and then we can argue Tottenham or Villa, because I think Villa are bigger than them. And you must do, because Villa are obviously bigger than Everton.
Mm-hmm. We'll put Villa where you want.
So we're going Everton in 8th.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Then
No, we're not.
Spurs,
No, we're not.
Then Villa.
No, we're not.
You cannot seriously sit there with a straight face and tell me that you think Everton are bigger than Spurs. You can't.
Oh, no, I genuinely do think that. I 100% think that.
Look me dead in the eyes and tell me.
100% I think that. Everton are bigger than Spurs.
I can see it in your
I'm
mouth.
laughing because you're laughing.
No, you don't believe that. You don't. You can't. That's literally worse than my Vicario take. That's worse.
Mate, Everton...
Seb better be making a video on
Everton,
this.
top flight division, 120... I think it's 124 seasons. 123. That's the record.
Right.
Right.
Do you get a trophy for that?
That was domination over the 15 years. 9 titles. 9.
They're not bigger than Tottenham. They're not. We'll go Everton in 8th, then Spurs in 7th, then Villa in 6th.
I think, are you going off like recency with Tottenham or something? In terms of the Champions League final, or in terms of the money into the stadium and the investment? What is it that, honestly, what is it?
They were really good at 90s, Tottenham as well. Tottenham, throughout history, obviously at this level, when we're talking about these teams, you've like fan base just globally and honours are the two things, aren't they, really, that you're looking at? And I've got to imagine that Tottenham are bigger when you compare them both.
I assume Tottenham have won more FA Cups by a bit. But if you win the league 9 times,
yeah,
that's for something.
That still gets you the 8th biggest club in country, which is mental. You know what I mean? You're looking at teams that have won more than you above you. That's just what it is.
Right.
So So we're still agreeing that Villa are bigger than Spurs then?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
I don't know why. Tell the people why.
Villa, European success as well, a big years. Again, I imagine that the honours is very close, but I feel like Villa might pip them there. Maybe marginally. I'm not convinced that Tottenham's fan base is actually that big globally. I'm actually not. I think they've just got a big ground that can easily be filled with tourists.
I don't know. I'd say recently with Asia and Son, that's massive in terms of market spread now over there. Oh, it is.
I think
it's a hero.
I think if Brentford had a 50k seater, they'd fill it every week in Prem.
What?
I do, genuinely. Just because
Brentford?
I just think it's London. I just think that's what a lot of the fans sort of come from now. I don't think you can even call them fans. Amount of lads that I know that are from town that don't support Tottenham that just go because they want to go to the ground, rather than it being like, oh, I'm a Tottenham fan. I think that's why their attendances are so good, rather than them being, oh, I'm a diehard Spurs boy. But I think Villa have actually got like a core that's bigger than Spurs is.
Okay.
So I would argue Villa in 6.
Okay, I'll be happy with you taking the lead on Villa there.
Right.
I just cannot put, for me, Spurs above Everton.
I think this is where it gets tough. This next
You're
conversation
past the Everton thing. Where are you putting Everton there?
8th. And then Tottenham, then Villa.
I want everyone to know I'm not part of this.
All right.
Okay.
You let them know.
take
I'm
the
not being
reins.
tied with you anyway with this, mate. Don't worry about that.
There's 5 teams left.
Yeah. And these next 3 are the hard ones. Because we're not top 2. And you know order the top 2 going.
Okay.
But so you're looking at City, Arsenal and Chelsea and deciding who goes where.
I actually think City are 5 here. And I think the top 4 are very like that. I think it goes 1, 2, interchange, 2, interchange for me.
I don't know whether I think Arsenal are bigger than City. Is what it comes to for me.
Really?
I feel like people look at City and Chelsea specifically as like oil clubs, and I would honestly argue that Chelsea fit that bill more than Man City do, in terms of like prior fan base that were there, prior success that were there. City, people look at them and think, oh yeah, well, the 90s and early 2000s they were in League One, yeah, for a year, and they sold it out every week. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think City, success-wise, I'm going to put them 5th. I'm going to agree with you.
Right, well, I'll waste of a
Sorry,
minute.
I was thinking, do I truly, to my
Say
core,
what you think, honestly, say what you think.
do I truly, to my core, think that City are bigger than Arsenal? Marginally, no.
I think you do, though. I think you're trying to say that and not put it.
No, I feel like Arsenal... Thing is, Arsenal like have got all of London effectively. Like I feel like you could walk absolutely anywhere in London and it's just Arsenal fans everywhere. But I think globally, I don't think they're as big as Chelsea or Man City. Arsenal.
Yeah, if we did this in 20 years, I think Man City would 100% be higher.
Yeah, City are gonna. All kids are City fans.
But yeah, just in terms of the global reach. Like my dad's a Liverpool fan because we were very good when he grew up.
Yeah.
And therefore I'm a Liverpool fan. Like with Man City, you'll get so many fans in 20, 30 years from this point.
But they had a lot there before anyway. And Chelsea did as well, to be fair. But City, I feel like City were huge prior to takeover anyway, and people just want to
Did Chelsea
pretend
though?
that they're not.
Like, if we're being serious,
Chelsea was still good before like Abramovich took over because they chucked some money at it
obviously
with
they were
owner before that.
good, but were they in terms of history here? Like a look at Everton. Everton's history against Chelsea's history it doesn't even stack up. Doesn't even stack up until the investment come in. But I've got Chelsea higher than Arsenal.
I'm glad you've done that.
I've got Man City in 5.
Yeah, then Arsenal, then Chelsea.
Then Arsenal, then Chelsea. My only reasoning would be obviously league titles. Arsenal win.
Champions League.
What do you mean?
×2. When Chelsea won 2 Champions League.
Oh, they win on that. Yeah, I'd say they win on that.
Yeah.
But for me, global reach as well.
Yeah, that's where I agree with you. I think you could go in London. I think Arsenal are bigger. I think anywhere else in the world, I think Chelsea are bigger.
I agree.
But yeah, London, it's mad though. With like, Arsenal don't really, to me, as a northern ape looking at this, I look at Arsenal and think there's not really a hub or a community that other clubs have sort of got, because London is that big, and I feel like the entire thing is Arsenal. I just look at London and think it's Arsenal to a point. But I just think they've not got a smaller, tight-knit group. I think I'm waffling.
In at second.
Yeah, so why Chelsea?
I don't know what you're on about, really, because Chelsea, I've got Chelsea high.
Chelsea, yeah, I think Chelsea globally are bigger, but Arsenal have got the ends. I think Arsenal have got all of London.
The ends?
I think Arsenal have got the ends. Top two?
That's mental. Yeah. Well, Chelsea, I think they're the first team to win all the Europeans.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so that
It's
count for anything?
conference.
Or, yeah.
No, not really.
Not really.
But I still think they're bigger. Chelsea third.
Chelsea
Second,
third.
Doyle.
I've got Liverpool second, Man United top.
Yep.
I
Smart
think
vote.
the thing is with this, who's the most successful team? It's Liverpool.
Are
That's
we
not a
counting
debate.
Community Shield?
Well, no, we'd have to. We can count every other trophy. We're still better.
Are you better than him even without Community Shield?
Must be. Must be. Won the FA Cup less, Carabao Cup more,
Right,
Carling
yeah.
Cup, whatever. We are the most successful club. There's no doubt about that. It's a fact. Who's the bigger club though? It is. I think it is Man United again in terms of global reach. If you went to a shack in the Dominican,
Yep.
there'd be a fellow
This
United.
could go
top.
anywhere. Yeah.
There wouldn't be necessarily Liverpool as big as they are. I actually think maybe Arsenal and Chelsea you're more likely to see in a different continent than Liverpool.
I think that's just because of Premier League successes, though, because Liverpool were poor for a lot of Premier League years.
Yeah. It comes to, I honestly think social media, in terms of 2000 to 2010, if you had success in that period of time, you're going to catch the jump on the ride of social media.
I agree.
Look at Barcelona, Real Madrid. They've stayed at the top since then as well. And Liverpool didn't do that, going however many years, decades without winning a title. I think that's a big part of it, as to when you jumped, when you hit the peak.
I agree.
Even Chelsea did and Arsenal did.
Obviously, as a northern men as well, we're not from Liverpool or Manchester. We live in outback somewhere. But
we live in fields.
Yeah, I look at Man United and think they are comfortably the biggest side, just stature-wise. I think Liverpool. We're arguing over two biggest four clubs in the world, by the way. Yeah, It's them two and Real Madrid and Barca. So it's not like you're not making a negative point anyway by saying someone is probably fourth biggest club in the entire world. But I just think Man United have got the stature behind them that Liverpool aren't for that standard.
I can't disagree.
I think everybody outside of England as well would look at this and think Man United are bigger.
Yeah,
And
that's the exact reason I've got them higher. In terms of just
shake
UK,
hands again?
No, because in terms of just
Okay.
UK, I'm just going to say it. Liverpool European Cups, 6-3?
Yeah.
Man United 3. Titles.
But we're both agreeing
Titles
on
are about like this now.
But we're both agreeing on Man United.
But Liverpool European dominance more so than Man United.
But you're agreeing that Man United are bigger. Yeah?
I am, yeah. I've got them high on my list. I'm just saying, I think it's a lot closer. People dismiss this. So the final list, you read the list out.
Okay, the final list.
Compare it
So
to
20th
mine.
upwards, Bournemouth, Brentford, Brighton, Fulham, Palace, Burnley, West Ham, Wolves, Sunderland, Forest. In at 10, I think, is Leeds. Yeah. Then Newcastle, Everton, Spurs, and a top 6 of Villa, Man City, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man United. That'll do, donkey.
I'm not happy with that.
Thank you very much for listening or watching, whatever it is. 5 stars now, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Kiss. We'll be back next week with another one.
Thank you.
You would.